Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy X here, and today we are talking about that Black Clover Quarter Nights beta, both closed and open. Now, I mean, to be fair, and we'll get into it, but for the most part, the closed beta practically the same as the open beta. But you know, basically, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, my positives, my negatives, you know, hopes of what the full game is gonna bring, and at the end, I'm gonna give my take on like all the characters and let you know what I think of each and every one of them. So I got a chance to play the closed beta back. What was that, like was that a month ago, I believe, when it came out? I got a chance to play that, so I had a lot of time on this game, and as well as playing the open beta right now this weekend. And I gotta say, I mean, I like this game. I really like this game. Like, to be honest, I'd say, like, it's unique, you know, and it's funny, you know. So there's a lot of people that, you know, it's a love-hate thing for Black Clover, but this game, when you think about it, it is very unique compared to the other anime games we get. All the anime games we get are usually fighters or like RPG games, you know. It's a fighting game where, you know, it's a traditional fighter or arena fighter, or, you know, it's like kind of like an RPG anime game maybe. But this game is so different, and I know somebody in the comment section is probably about to be like, well, Ninja Strikers is a little different, and that's true, it is a little different, but I feel like this game is kind of like, I don't know, like a Overwatch, like a next year, like a anime Overwatch, basically. Like, it's just different, you know. You got your team play, you got your strategic stuff and everything. It's kind of like a mix between a brawler and a shooter. I don't know, but yeah, I would say that's the closest game to compare it to is Overwatch, which, you know, if you like the Overwatch, that's a good thing. I mean, if you like games like this where you have to like work together and whatnot, it's a good game. It's a good game. I'm digging it. There's few problems I had with this game, but the problems I am gonna say are pretty bad, but they're not, they can fix it, what I'm trying to say. They can fix these problems. But before we talk about the negatives, let's talk about the positives. For the most part, like I said, it's a fun game. All the characters are unique. I feel like all the characters, they bring something different to the table, even if they're, like, you know, in the same category. You know, you have a brawler, healer, shooter, range. Oh yeah, shooter. For the most part, you know, they are all different, even if they're in the same category, and I like that. On top of that, the game modes are fun. I hope, which we'll get into that later too, but yeah, so far with the 3 game modes they had in this beta, they were fun. It definitely liked all of them. I'd probably say my least favorite one was that crystal control, where you have to like lead the crystal to the end. That one can get a little hectic, but for the most part, it's still fun. It's not bad. It's just my least favorite of the 3 that we got. Now, I mean, and for the most part, my positives, I want to say my positives outweigh the negatives. I really do, but I mean, once you hear the negatives, it might be a problem. Like, the positives, it's just like the whole game in general is good. That's really it. Like, the characters are fun to play with. Each character is fun to play with. The game is fun. The modes that were in the beta are fun. So for the most part, positives is pretty high. But going into the negatives real quick, and these are kind of some big negatives. At least I feel like the first 3. The last one is kind of a nitpick. But going into the negatives, spawning. Now, they give you 2 options. Either you can spawn at your base, which, why would you want to do that? Because, you know, if you're playing objective modes, you kind of want to spawn on your teammate so you can help him out. But when you spawn on your teammate, and I've had this happen to me countless times, and it could be the fact that maybe they're already getting attacked when you spawn in on them, but you don't exactly spawn directly on them. You spawn kind of a few feet away from them. But anywho, excuse me. There's been times when I spawn in and I'm like automatically getting hit. There's been times when I spawn in and I die. Like, I don't even probably hit the ground. Like, there was one time in particular that I spawned in, and as soon as I just hit the damn like I spawned in, I just like instantly died.
Oh shit! Look, I just spawned. Yo! What the fuck? Stay alive, Oscar. Stay alive. I just, what the fuck? Yo, I just spawned.
I don't know if there's a way they can fix that, but I really hope so. I really hope so. Because that's broken. Like, and I don't know if there were hackers during this beta, but I feel like there were times where, yeah, I was spawning and they're just wrecking our shit. Like right when you spawn, you can't do anything. You can't move. You can't attack. Like, they are just killing you right when you spawn. So I don't know exact fix to that. Maybe they could have it to where, like, when we spawn in on a teammate, we spawn like a few more feet away from it, so we're not getting barraged by attacks and whatnot. But yeah, that was a real frustrating right there. And you don't want to spawn the base, because if you're playing objective, you know, that's real far. You gotta, some characters are slow, so you know you gotta run all the way back to objective. That's why you don't want to spawn on the character. So I don't know how they can fix that, but that was one negative. Another negative, there were times during a match where it would be like it would pause the game and it'd be like asking, you know, like, oh, we're trying to reconnect or whatever. And there was, and this one, it didn't really happen all too much, but it happened a few times. And when it did, sometimes it would be all right, you know, the game would continue. Other times, maybe me or my friend, we would get kicked out of the game, you know. And for the most part, I feel like that happens a lot. I don't know, like if you play, well, not in this game in particular, but I mean like in other games, like, you know, for example, Call of Duty has happened to me a couple times, or like maybe like the host changes and then, or like maybe the game just ends like right there. Now that could just be connection issues, and like I said, I'm pretty sure they can fix most of this stuff with connection issues. So that one is not too bad, but it was still annoying. Next up, the fact and this was pretty funny. It's funny because people were complaining about this for the up and coming Call of Duty game, Black Ops 4. And it's the fact that in this game, and this is from me, this is just my opinion, but it's the fact that in this game you can have a whole team of the same character. Now, I understand maybe everybody wants to play the same character, and maybe everybody wants to play as Asta, but if you got a whole team of Astas, it can get OP. And that, we'll talk more about that when I talk about all the characters. But I mean, having like everybody plays the same character, it's both broken, and at the same time, it's in some instances it won't help the team at all, because, you know, maybe you won't have a healer, maybe you won't have like somebody quick, you know, basically if all y'all the same, it's gonna be kind of hard. So I guess you could say it's a give and take, but I just feel like that's kind of broken. But then again, you know, like I said, maybe maybe your main is Asta. If somebody picks Asta, you want to pick Asta. So I can understand why they allowed it to where everybody can pick the same character. But I just feel like, you know, it should be a variety on a team. So that might, I hope when the full game comes out, that's not a problem. But who knows? And lastly, my nitpick one was kind of the camera. There have been times when I'm getting attacked and I'll be in the goddamn corner and I won't know what the hell is going on. The cameras everywhere. I'm trying to move the camera so I can see cameras effing up. Now, that's just a nitpick because that just rarely happens. You know, it's few and far between when that happens. But when it do, it's annoying because I'm trying to jump. I'm trying to get out the corner. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's pretty funny, but yeah, so the camera one, that's just a little nitpick. Going into the hopes of what I hope the main game comes with. I hope there's a lot more modes, because if it's just these 3 modes, I can see it getting repetitive, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have more modes to play. I'm pretty sure it's not just these 3. I already know there's more characters coming on the roster. I don't know if there's gonna be any DLC characters or anything like that. I'm hoping not per se, but at the same time maybe, so it'll keep the game alive. So I'm hoping with that. Like I said, I hope they fix these issues. I think the main, if I could pick one of the negatives, definitely they need to fix the spawns. I can see that being a huge problem, like people spawn trapping you when you're like trying to spawn in on a teammate. That's probably the main one I hope they fix. I really, that's the struggle one. But like besides that, I think this is a really solid game, and I feel like of the anime games coming out this year, this is up there. This is definitely up there. I honestly feel like this is gonna. I feel like this game is gonna be better than Shinobi Strikers, which both of them come out around the same time. Hell, I even think this game is gonna be better than My Hero Academia. And I love My Hero Academia, but I feel like in terms of playability, this game, because I feel like in My Hero Academia's case, you know, you play like a fighting game. Fighters get kind of like, you know, you play it a little bit, but you know, it's not like one of them games you can constantly play. You know, it's like one of them games if your friends want to play real quick, you pick it up. And as far as Ninja Strikers, I think that game is gonna live well too. But I feel like Black Clover is gonna have more, even though Strikers, I feel like they're gonna add, you know, a couple things there. I feel like Black Clover is gonna be the more fun game. Lastly, it's time to talk about these characters. Now, like I said earlier in the video, some of these all the characters are unique. They are unique in the right hands. You know, a character can become amazing. You know, but with that being said, for a casual person or somebody who doesn't put the time into somebody, some of these characters were hot trash. So I'm gonna start left to right, then go down, and then left to right again. So first category, we have fighters. First character, Asta. Broken, just goddamn broken. I mean, anytime, like, anybody can use this character and you're gonna get some kills. I mean, his combos, once he has you in a combo, you're trapped. You can't get out unless your teammate saves you. And for the most part, I felt like his combos were killing. Like, once he hits you, you're dead. Because in honesty, some characters feel like they have low health, but yeah, Asta, he's just like a rush down character. Like, once he has you, it's a wrap for you. Going next, Yami. Now, honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I played as Yami, I thought he was hot trash, hot garbage. I didn't give him a second chance. However, I've had times when I've had a teammate play as Yami, and you know, he used him really well. He was over here using his dark barrier to, you know, defend us while we were, like, I think we were playing treasure hunt, and while we were trying to put the key in the treasure box, you know, he'd be on the box just holding it down with his defense. And there's also been times when I was talking about being spawn camp that Yami was just cutting the shit out of me. I'm talking chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, I don't use the surroundings like that, but definitely need to. Like, you just, damn, I just spawned! Yo! Look at this, man. Did they buff Yami? Yami was trash in the closed beta.
So, like I said, to me, he's garbage, but in the hands of someone who knows how to play him, he can be good. Luck, I wouldn't say Luck is broken, but Luck is one of those top tier characters. I feel like he's very fast. His lightning does a lot of damage. In certain game modes, he can be a great character. Prime example, treasure hunt. Have anybody that's using Luck just grab the key, and you will just be zooming. Just grab the key and go straight to that treasure box. So I can definitely see a lot of people using Luck. Young Yami, for the most part, he's practically Yami. Same thing. I think he has one move that's different. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, he's Yami. So if you don't like Yami, I don't think you're gonna like young Yami. And that's for the fighter class. Going into the healer class, we have Mimosa. Mimosa, top tier healer. I used Mimosa and she was great. I felt like we were immortal when I was using Mimosa. You can like constantly just keep healing the team. She also has it where she can put down thorns that hurt the team, and I feel like that's gonna be good for like maybe for example crystal control, where you know the team has to move the crystal. You can put those thorns down, and you know they're gonna hurt them. Or also when you're playing, was that control, where you're zone control, where you're holding down a point, just put some thorns in there and it's a wrap. Going next, Charmy. At first I played as Charmy during the closed beta, and I liked Charmy, but she wasn't really like on my radar. Now playing Charmy in the open beta, she is amazing. Not only does she have a bounce attack that messes up everybody's coordination, but she can throw down cupcakes for herself or her team, and also her sheep attack that looks like a damn stand. Her sheep attack is great for holding down points, and that sheep does a lot of damage. On top of that, her main attack is like throwing damn bombs, but she's throwing like sheep fur, but it's a strong attack as well. So I definitely think Charmy's gonna be up there, and as far as tiers, I think Charmy's gonna be good. Mars, if y'all been watching me on my live stream, Mars is my favorite character in this game right now. Mars, he's just a jack of all trades. Like, he can heal his team very well, big radius as well. He's damn near, he could be in the shooter class because his attacks are strong as hell. His crystal waves, crystal shards, all of that. His special will get you out of there. Like, to be honest, I don't even know why he's in the healer class. I would actually put him in the shooter class in my opinion. But by far, Mars is my favorite character from the closed beta to the open beta. Although there have been times where I got my ass whooped while I'm using him, but he is still my favorite character. Now, going into the new character, Fauna, she's good. She is good. I've had people tell me that she was broken. Now, when I use her, she's not really broken, I would say. She has an ability where she can get on her salamander or dragon, if you want to call it dragon, where she's flying in the air. Now, some would say that's broken because I ain't gonna lie, when I'm using her and doing that, I'm dropping bombs. But you can just easily shoot her out the air and it's a wrap. On top of that, I feel like she has a low health. Like, I die really fast when I'm using her. But I do like her healing ability. She can throw down these, I want to say, balls, and like it just hit like any character that's in that radius on your team basically gets healed a lot, basically your whole health. So she's a good healer. Of all the healers, I would argue between her and Mimosa being the best healers. And my bad, going back to the fighters too. Of the fighters, I would say Asta and Luck are probably the best in their category. But yeah, Fauna, she is definitely great. I wouldn't say broken at all. She has her weaknesses, but yeah, she's good. Now, going to the shooter class, you got your boy Yuno. Now, once again, a character that I didn't play with that much in the closed beta because I thought he was trash. But playing him in the open beta, he is great. I mean, this man, the tornado alone, it just knocks out people. It just, if they're on the zone, you can knock them right off the zone. His shooting attacks are so fast, you know, they just come in. So he is good. He is good. I actually think he's tied for probably the best shooter on there. Now, going into Magna, there's not much I can say about him because I only played him during the closed beta. I still have time to play him in the open beta, but right now, maintenance after making of this video. But Magna, for the most part, when I did play him, he was good. He was decent. I can't really say anything amazing about him, but yeah, like I said, for the most part, he is decent with what he does. Now going into Goche, oh man. And what I meant by, you know, being tied as the best shooter, Goche is right next to him. Goche, he's one of those rare people also. Like, during the closed beta, I mean, I used him, and I didn't really I wasn't really feeling him, but I've seen people use him to his best. He has an ability where he can clone a teammate, so it's like all their attacks are doing like 3 times now. They're doing 3 times the attacks now, which that alone is good. On top of that, his mirrors do so much damage. Like, there were times when I spawned in on a teammate and a Goche person would hit me with one of them, and I felt like I was getting sniped like Call of Duty. Like, his mirrors was one-shotting me. I don't know how that's possible, but if I could compare it to Call of Duty for a second, just picture everybody having projectiles. His mirrors would be like sniper rifles. So he's like quick scoping everybody. That's how I feel like he plays. On top of that, his special, it's a wrap. Once you get hit with them joints, it is a wrap. So I would definitely say and Goche are the best shooters in their league for now. There's only 3 in the beta, so I'm definitely feeling like there's gonna be more in the main game. Now finally, the last one, going into support, Noelle. I'm already gonna say she's the best of the 3. Her whirlpool defense magic is just godly. Now there's 2 versions. One, she can make a dome all around herself, and it has a health bar, but it's so good. Like, it's just there's another one where you can put orbs of water around your teammates. Now that one is good, but I feel like the big one that she puts around herself is better. It's good for like all modes, like just holding down points, holding down anything. You want Noelle on your team. I think, as a matter of fact, if all the categories, I think she's gonna be top tier. Noelle definitely is gonna be top tier. Going next is Klaus. Klaus, I would honestly say he's a poor man's. Well, no, I don't want to say that, but he has some similarities to Mars. He has a move kind of like Mars that shoots forward, which I guess it would be like, yeah. But I feel like Mars can use his more, whereas Klaus, I think he can only use his one time, and then you have to wait for the cooldown. Klaus, though, he is good. He has like some defensive moves, like he can make a wall, which is definitely good, because I don't think I ever destroyed that wall. Like, you have to go around it, so that's good. And he also has a defensive move, and I forgot if it's his special or his regular move, where he makes like shields around himself. Can't get around them shits, but that's Klaus for the most part. And lastly, in the support class, we have Vanessa. Now, she was another one of those rare things where at first, when I used her, I didn't really like her, but I used her again, and she's actually really good. She's kind of like a Scorpion type character. She has an ability where she can, pull people towards her, so that's good if you're playing, like, you want to get them off of a point or something. And also, she has like traps where she puts threads down and they just jack you up, just cutting you all up. So she's good. And I do like that. Like, all the characters in these like different classes, they all do different things. So like in the support class, if you want a person that puts down traps, go ahead and use Vanessa. You want like an offensive defensive character, use Klaus. If you want full on defense, use Noelle. So I do like that about this game. But with that being said, that is all. Now, if Bandai is watching this, please just fix those spawns. That's the main thing I ask for. Now, I feel like, and I'm sorry comparing them, but I feel like Shinobi Strikers, since they come out like around the same time, Shinobi Strikers, I feel like it's gonna sell more, but I feel like Black Clover is gonna be the better game. Now, I say that to say I hope that this game stays alive and a lot of people support this game, because this game is actually fun to me. It's actually fun. It's different. It's like a different anime game, and I really like that. And I hope like it's gonna be a lot of people online, and not just the people that's trying to keep their position of being the top of the world. So I really hope this game stays alive, and that hopefully maybe they do like some updates here and there that's gonna just keep it fresh. And I just can't wait to play as the new characters that they're gonna have at for the main game. But with that being said, guys, that is all what I want y'all to do in the comment section. If y'all got a chance to play the beta, Let me know a positive, a negative that you feel like this beta had, and also let me know who y'all favorite character to play as in this game was. For me, like I said, definitely Mars. That boy is nice. But yeah, that is all, guys. If you like the video, like the video. If you're new here, make sure I hit that subscribe button for more gaming and anime. Definitely gonna bring some more gaming, some more Black Clover in the future, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And yeah, it's been your boy X, and I'm out. Deuces.